You want to start by just telling us who you are and what you do?
Yeah, Michael Clark. I'm the co-founder and CEO of a company called the Flower Letters. The best way to describe it is something you've never heard of, but your mother's going to love. So we tell stories through letters sent through the mail. You get 2 letters a month for a year, and it tells a story. My wife is an artist and an author, and just so creative. She sings, she does everything. She's doing stained glass.
Generative.
I call her creator. And it was about February, March of 2020. Anyway, we were just talking. We were on a walk, and she was trying to figure out how to kind of, she made these paintings. Incredible, these 3D floral paintings, and she put one up for sale, and it'd sell within, 20 minutes. I remember one night we were going on a date, and she put one up, and it was like 3 hours past. She's like, "Hey, this hasn't sold yet. Do you think it's not good?" I'm like, "Hey, I got to put this into context for you. You sell your paintings in 3 hours. Like,
yeah,
most people have paintings up for days, months, years. They want your stuff." And then sure enough, in 30 minutes, someone bought it.
And what was she selling these for? And on what platform was she selling them?
Oh, this is Instagram. She just make a painting, put it on Instagram, and say, "Hey, if you want it, let me know." Someone would say, "I want it." And, depending on, she make anywhere from this size to big. I mean, the big ones could be upwards of $1,000, but there's mostly small ones, so a couple $100 each way.
Yeah.
And so she was doing that and really enjoying it. And then she was trying to figure out how to grow her business and kind of get more people involved in an email list. And she had the idea. She's like, "What if I sent them a letter if they sign up for my email list?" They're like, "Oh, that's kind of a expensive thing to sign up for an email list." So you send them an email. She's like, "What if I send them a letter?" She's like, "There's all these old letters you can find." To be honest with you, all at once, the idea came to me. And I saw people, I remember getting a letter in the mail. I saw people going to the mailbox, getting a letter, and it being a chapter in a story. And I said, "Hey, what if you wrote a story and sent it to them?" And she's like, "That's a terrible idea." She's a writer. And so there's a lot of details we had to work out, but I was like, immediately I thought of World War II. I was like, what if you write a letter, then I write a letter, and we kind of send that out, and we've kind of figured that out. And we just iterated, went back and forth. There was another subscription that we were doing called Letters from Afar. We actually did a podcast with them. They're awesome. We got their letters, and there's a sort of a standalone letter each month, which is great model. Do the standalone.
Yeah. And you were a customer of this, you're saying? At the time?
We subscribed to it.
Okay.
And so we had been getting these letters. I was like, well, what if that was a story? And so, Letters from Afar is a big part of our origin. We talked to them, and they're a great company. I highly recommend them. I think they're more geared towards kids, but they follow a character around the world. It's really fun. Their models, it's much simpler than telling a story. Figuring out, okay, what does this look like? How many letters do we send every month? It was like, it's going to be a year, and it's going to be 24 letters, and we're going to send 2 a month. To be honest, when we looked at it, I was like, hey, this will be kind of fun. This will be cool. This will be, let's give it a shot. I'm still working on my startup. I was doing some consulting, and we originally started. She wrote a letter. I actually, in our first story, there's a letter that I wrote, but it became clear, I'm not a great writer. She is. She's a great writer. So it's like, okay. She's like, you know what? I'm going to take this. I'm going to write this. And so
I got this.
She's like, I'm going to write this. I was like, oh, sounds good. We started doing Instagram posts and just figuring things out.
Just to her own friends and family, not from a big business page or anything?
No, we started a Flower Letters Instagram, put it out. And one of my things as an entrepreneur is when I tell people, I say, if you're launching a product or service, don't tell your family and friends. They'll give you a false positive. Your mom's not. Your mom's going to buy 10 of them, but she's not your customer. You got to find your customer. We just put it out there. 33 people signed up. I was like, okay.
And what was your first pricing?
$12 a month
for 2 letters. You got 2 letters in 1 month for $12 a month.
Yeah, okay. $12 a month, and then
and your cost is $1 stamp, envelope, paper, and then time.
The paper, everything, just to get everything in at the volume we were doing, it was more around $2 to $3 because we put a lot of things. Okay, we put a lot inside.
Nice stationery and stickers and
and we've done that, and that's sort of what sets us apart. You get a lot, and I can show you some things if you want. But But yeah, costs were relatively low. It goes really well. We started dabbling in ads. So our main sort of acquisition was through Facebook ads. And
Okay.
that's what really started to kind of get us traction.
Facebook ads on both Facebook and Instagram?
Yep. Yeah, Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
And it was us just like giving it a try. We knew nothing about Facebook ads. And then this guy that I was working with, this kid really, I was talking to him about what I do. He's like, hey, I want to try that. I was like, okay.
Try the flower letters business or ads?
He wants to try doing ads and marketing with us. I was
Okay.
like, okay.
It's fun.
I was like, let's go for it. And anyway, he like, I remember by the end of the year, we had a few thousand people that had signed up. And then he pitched me on coming and working for me full time. I was like, oh, okay.
He started running your ads pretty early on.
Yeah, probably around October. So we launched in like August. We sent our first letters in at the end of August. And then, October, we started dabbling in ads, just spending a few bucks here and there, and people started showing up. And then one of the things that was really important that I'm surprised how many businesses don't invest in is email. We knew from the get-go that email was really important because Meta can break. What if it goes away? It goes down. You got your email address. So early on, we started trying to acquire email addresses, and so we could connect with people that way.
How did you do that? Was that with ads as well?
Yeah, ads would kind of come. People would come to our website. That's the first sort of on-site funnel. Is you ask for their email address for a discount. Pretty standard e-commerce acquisition. That's actually turned out to be huge for us. Upwards of 38 and sometimes 40, even sometimes 50% of our revenue is email driven.
We'll
Anyway, if you're an entrepreneur and you're not thinking email, think email.
You have to, own your audience.
You got to know it. Since then, we're at 3.5 million letters mailed. We're sending about 120,000 letters a month now. We've got 6 stories
concurrently.
More coming, yeah. So 6 stories, but 9 subscriptions you can sign up. One of them is a fantasy. And so there's 7 parts of it. There's 3 parts currently. So 8, I should say 8. There's 8 options that you have right now. Most of it's historical fiction, and we're called the flower letters. And so that was part of the formula. Is at the beginning, it was all of our heroines have a flower name. Originally, we were going to do historical fiction, which is the predominant storyline for us. But then we have Nora Avon, who's a fantasy and actually super popular. And it's been tons of fun. It's one of my favorites. But that Nora Avon's been part of our marriage. Like she's been writing that since and building that world since we were first married. And so, but yeah, it's been wild, just a wild ride.
Believe it or not, just because you're watching this doesn't mean you're subscribed to my channel. YouTube's going to show you stuff even if you're not subscribed to it. Over half of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. It would mean the world to me if you just hit subscribe. Thank you so much. So first year, you said you finished at 2,000 or 3,000 customers. Was that the end of 2020 or your first full 12 months?
Just the end of 2020 within 4 months. Yeah. So end of the year, we had about 3,000 customers.
You were making like 36,000 a month recurring within your first 4 months.
Yeah. And it was just us. So that was great.
Yeah.
It was simple.
Yeah. What was your cost per acquisition on your ads in those early days? Like how much were you spending to acquire a customer?
Early days. Oh, if we could go back pre-iOS 14, it was like $20, 15, maybe $20.
Okay.
So
crazy.
Even on a subscription, we could be profitable within 3 months, right? And that's one of the biggest challenges with a subscription like this, which I think probably people that are getting into it are learning. The key to our growth has been the prepaid option.
Like a year up front?
Yeah, paying up front. It's been interesting in this, what we do. It's kind of like, they are buying a full story. And it is a subscription, but like, it's really not traditional. Subscriptions, like it's like, all right, I'm going to pay $12 and you send me a supplement. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or some of these other letters, it's like, I'm going to, give you $8, $9 and you're going to send me one letter and it stands alone. With us, it's like, for this to work, you have to get every letter and you have to get every letter in order. And so thinking about that, I mean, that's what makes it complicated. And across now 8 stories, we're like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, all right. I think when I step back and look at it, that has been our key to our growth and success is adding more stories, being able to kind of service a customer as they are in any story they would like, get them their letter, soon.
So you might not know this, but this isn't my real channel. My full channel is linked below or right here. Go check that out for full episodes.